Right, wait, I gotta do this. I gotta do this IG so I'm.
Hi. Your end seems to be breaking up for a second. Let's see.
Hold on. Yeah. Blood sugar's
Yeah,
low.
you're breaking up. Hi, you're breaking up.
Can you see me now?
I can see you
Am I still
now. How
breaking
are
up?
you, Damon?
I'm pretty
You're
good. How you
breaking up
doing?
a little bit. I'm really
It's 'cause I
good.
have Wi-Fi.
Can you hear me?
Is this Wi-Fi bum in your phone?
It's cause
I'm having Wi-Fi problems.
in my phone?
I'm gonna try to
Oh,
get it right for you. Hold on. They're saying I'm breaking up.
All right, you want to
okay.
try from your phone?
All
Then?
right.
I'm gonna try it for my phone.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll try it for my
All right.
phone.
Can you?
Tell me to call back.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna do it right now. Hold on. But I'll stay with you. But can
Okay,
you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
But I'm still
But
breaking
for
up.
that, oh, I can actually. Well, it's like a little bit pixelated, but can you
Yeah,
hear me?
Dusko Poppington's gonna come up in a minute.
Okay.
We'll see if it works better.
You
How
might
you doing though?
I'm good. How are you? I'm excited to speak with you.
Pleasure to meet you. My blood sugar's a little low right now, but I'm good.
Okay. Well, we definitely want you to be healthy and well.
All right. We just requested. You can hang up on me.
Okay, bet.
Well, this means my blood sugar's low.
I can hear you
That's
much
what the jelly
better.
beans. Much better?
Yes.
Better. Her phone is bummed. That's why.
Oh, she's got to get it better. Damon, how are you? I know you said your blood sugar is low, so again, we want you to be healthy and well.
I mean jelly beans. I'm good.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, I'm happy that you were able to join today. For anybody that doesn't know, we're talking to Damon Dash. He's an entertainment mogul. You're someone that I've looked up to for a very long time in terms of you being very culture conscious. Politicking is a nonpartisan political information application that is focused on the culture and getting the culture engaged with elections. You know better than anybody else why it's important that we vote. And so I'll let you introduce yourself or say what you want about what you have going on right now. But really, I want you to tell us, what's going on in your world today in light of all of the protests, in light of the political state of play. Where are you just mentally with everything that's happening?
Well, I think I've been protesting for the last 30 years by myself very loudly. You know, I've been the guy that's been yelling at white people, calling white people's names out and the people that are oppressing us. And I've been empowering the creatives from our culture. And as you see, all my students end up in Forbes magazine. So I think the only way to fight racism is to be the plug. If someone doesn't hire me because I'm black, I buy their business and I fire them, period. And that's the only way. If someone doesn't let me in their house, I don't want to be in their house. I build my own, or I buy your house and I kick you out. It's the only way. And we've done very well with that method. So, you know, I'm happy that everyone is now not having it and not looking the other way. I know that people have been internalizing for a while, so it's therapeutic to break shit. And, you know, it's definitely a statement that makes it where, okay, you want to be racist, it's not going to be profitable. But because there's going to be a new world, I think we should be approaching and figuring out how to have the answers, because black or white, everyone's going to have questions. Nobody's prepared for what's going on right now. So I've been trying to make money from the house because I don't want to deal with people for the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Residual income means everything to me, so you could get money by the pool. So when Corona happened, I was relatively unscathed because I already live in a bubble. And I'm not dependent on nobody paying me to make my life go. So there was no concern for me other than my health. So all I had to do was just stay away from people, which I do a pretty good job at anyway.
Yeah.
But I have been doing the research. I've been talking to Congressman Carson. I've been talking to Senator Eddie Milton. I've been talking to Dennis McKeezy that represents the OG network, 90 Black Principles. I've been talking to Dr. Chris, Bishop Purnell. So the whole time, all I've been doing is trying to construct a plan that's going to behoove us, not them. But I'm not going to be dependent on anybody giving me something that's trying to control me. All they're going to do is give me the wrong pill. make me think I'm free when I'm a slave. And I think that's the problem. The way things are structured now is we're slaves and we don't know it. But it doesn't
Yeah.
feel good. That's why everybody's depressed. So
Yeah.
until we make ourselves masters, until we have a boss mentality, instead of us stop being soldiers and being waited to be told what to do, we're always going to have to be in a place of oppression. And as long as we fight each other instead of fighting them, that's what they want us to do. We are always going to oppress each other. We're programmed to do it. So we got to break the program. So this is the reason why I started a television network, so that we have a place to show the information that we need to be shown over and over again. That's going to behoove us, not them. And that's what I've
Yeah.
been doing. Dame
Yeah.
Dash Studios. And I also just came back from Cody with Kanye for the last 2 weeks. And we got a lot of shit going on out there, too. Excuse my
Any
language.
political stuff? I saw you all were working with my mentor, Eddie Melton, and also Andre Carson. So can you tell us a little bit more about your political engagement with them, or just generally?
Well, they just teach me how to lobby, how to pass laws, tell me what exactly the problems are. And if there are any issues that they're having that no one's paying attention to, they know they got me to depend on to make it shine hard. So,
Yeah.
it's about us sticking together and understanding our power, as opposed to thinking that white ice is colder, and it's not.
Straight up. I'm curious as to, you said we need to sort of reprogram ourselves. Why don't you feel young Black and brown people feel that sense of autonomy when it comes to creating our own businesses, when it comes to
Because you're
just getting
programmed
our
from
own
the day
stuff
you're
going?
born not to. When you went to school, did they teach you to be an independent entrepreneur? Did they teach you about taxes? Did they teach you about farming? Did they teach you
No.
about therapy? Did they teach you real history? All they taught you to do was go sit behind a desk when it's daytime, when the sun's out, and get prepared to do it in college, and then get prepared to do it for a living. You've been
Yeah.
trained not to want to be free. You've been trained to think unless you do what you're told that you're doing the wrong thing, and that you got to pay for it and get a bunch of credit and only celebrate when you're 90. It makes no sense.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I absolutely agree. I mean, what inspired you in your background to deviate from that thinking? Or did you, maybe
I
you
never
never
I
felt
never
that
thought
way.
like that. I just thought
Mm,
everybody was corny and I'm cooler than them. So how you gonna tell me what to do? I make more money than you when I'm 15. How you gonna tell me what to do? Your
yeah.
life sucks and I'm happy. How you gonna tell me what to do? You telling
Yeah.
me I'm number 2 and you're number 1 and I can knock your face off? I don't think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. I have a question, because you mentioned this and I've seen it. You've been preaching what everybody is saying now: buy Black, support Black, own your own stuff. But, do you kind of feel like when we have white allies or non-Black people supporting that movement also, do you feel like it's always genuine? Or do you feel like there are certain ways to tell if
Genuine,
allyship
listen, if
is?
you're not genuine, you're not gonna enjoy seeing me free. So I'm gonna torture you. Period. Ain't nothing you can do to stop me. So
Yeah,
guaranteed, anybody that was up in Cody saying the wrong shit definitely got regulated.
really. What do you mean by that?
Whoever was giving the wrong advice and taking advantage got checked. Period. I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right, I understand. I do definitely want to stay
That's why I had.
on,
That's why I had that heavyweight with me. I had political heavyweights with me.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
had Andre Carson, Congressman, and I have Senator Eddie Milton. You ain't gonna tell me I'm wrong. I did the research.
yeah, yeah.
So if your
I
agenda is only to self-serve you, and you don't care how you're affecting culture, you got to get out of here.
Yeah, yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I guess what I'm curious about, and I know you say you never felt like you had to ask for handouts. I'm kind
I
of
never had that.
curious.
How am I gonna ask somebody that ain't got more than me for a handout? If
Yeah,
anything, I'll rob you. I ain't asking, I take. You saw.
yeah,
But I'm not doing that. I could do it with my brain, but I ain't gotta ask no punk motherfucker if I need it. I'll take it from you.
right. I definitely hear you. Tell me a little bit then about growing up in New York, and maybe what you see now that's analogous to just kind of how young Black men were treated, maybe how you were growing up and how they're being treated
I was a
now.
drug dealer when I was growing up. I always had more than everybody. I was cocky, arrogant. I thought I was better than everybody, white or black. I never felt that shit. I was just a cocky guy, a cocky
Mm,
young dude with some money, and you couldn't tell me nothing. So you can't tell me you better than me and I got more bread than you, and I'm this young. You're not better than me. You ain't gonna tell me what to do. So
mm,
no one's ever been in a position to tell me what to do. Period. I've never been in that
yeah.
position, even as a child. I've never been in that. I don't know what it is for somebody to be telling me what to do unless I love them.
And, you know, I'm sure a lot of people are hearing you say that and they're like, well, how can we feel the same way? I mean, is it just
Go
the
be a
confidence
boss.
you are? Yeah.
All you got to do is know how to buy something and sell it again for more money. Period. It's the internet.
Would
If
you,
you're waiting for
I was
somebody to give you freedom, you ain't going to get it. You got to fight for it.
Yeah.
But it's not like a physical fight, it's a mental one. But if people want to sit around and be lazy and complain about people that don't give them shit, they always going to be unhappy. You got to go ahead and go out there and do it.
Yeah. So then I want to know, I mean, everybody is kind of understanding what the power of influence is, as you mentioned earlier, kind of using your platform to get the messaging going. Why did you start doing that? I mean, was that always your interest, using your platforms for a larger message than just sort of superficial things, helping people understand what was happening in the streets, or helping people, you know, sort of see what happens outside of the mainstream?
I've always been about loving others before myself. Like, I love myself. I ain't going to hurt myself to help you. But I always try to help. So if what I'm doing doesn't benefit everybody, then I'm doing wrong. You know, I'm not the kind of guy that hustles for a two-seater car. I like to get a van so everybody can ride with me in luxury. So the problem is everybody's always worried about themselves. If you worry about other people and you do stuff for love as opposed to money, if you do it for people you love as opposed to being selfish, then you will win.
Somebody asked, and this is actually a good question, where is the money for us to be our own bosses?
Make it. What you want it to be given to you? That's a silly question. I hate when people ask, where's the money? There's money everywhere. If you don't see the money, then you need to go get some help for that. There's way too much money out there.
Yeah.
That's what people always wait, like, yo, show me the money. Where's the toilet paper at? Like, I got to show you to wipe your behind too? I'm not really being soft about this. I'm sick of people like acting like they're victims. It's time to hit back, but hit back right. Not just break shit, make it profitable. You know, but if you're sitting around doing nothing but complaining, then you ain't doing it right.
And you feel like you see that more widespread than anything else now?
I see more people only talking shit than doing anything, yes. I see more people only talking about stuff when other people are talking about it. You know, I'm a guy that talked about this shit when everyone said, black people hated me for yelling at white people at one point. I couldn't believe that shit.
Yeah.
You mad at me for yelling at your oppressor?
Yeah.
Because I might mess your plug up? Yes, because you might not be able to get in the house and clean his shoes? Nah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I guess what folks don't really realize is that standing up is, you know, really the first step. It seems like you never felt like that was an option.
It's not an option. That's the problem. If you felt like it is an option, then that's where you got a problem. There's no option. Your freedom is priceless. You fight for it. And your respect means everything. You don't disrespect yourself for $1. You don't disrespect your family for $1. You don't disrespect your friends for $1. $1 ain't worth nothing. There's no gold in the Federal Reserve. It's a Ponzi scheme. So basically, all they're doing is giving up money that doesn't mean shit anyway. It's just meant to control us. So I can have $1 billion in the bank, and if I'm fucking unhappy, I'm broke. How many people are happy? Let's see that. Because everybody I know takes pills.
Really?
Yeah, and it's a shame, especially in the younger generation. They all take pills like it's normal to regulate their mood.
Yeah.
And then they wonder why they're depressed. You're a slave and you don't know it. That's why you're depressed.
Yeah. And you mentioned that you grew up, you mentioned that you were a drug dealer. You mentioned that you sort of grew up through that era. Do you have any thoughts on, like you said, like opioids kind of being embraced now when, I guess,
To me,
when the
as an
crack
older guy,
epidemic?
that's corny. You don't get high on your own supply. We was about getting money, not being the motherfucking cuzzy. We not the Johnnies. So I don't know where in hip-hop it became cool to be a Johnny.
Yeah.
Like,
Have
that was
you, I
weakness.
mean,
Like, you getting high.
have you
Like,
talked to
my
younger
friends, if you was
artists
sniffing
about
coke
that?
in front of my friends, we was going to jump you.
Have you talked to younger artists about that, or just younger people in the game?
Always. Always.
You
All
feel
my
like it's
nephews,
just,
always.
yeah.
Always.
You feel like it's like a culture shift. It's something that they're missing to understand why that's a problem?
I don't know, man. I'm 50. You know, kids go through what they go through. But this shit it's just corny not to be worried about getting money. It's just corny. It's corny to me to be a man and want your girl to pay the bill. You know, that's just corny to me. I just can't do it. It's just corny to me. It's not real man shit.
Yeah. So tell us, the way we look at it at politicking is that voting is like the most powerful way you can assert your political capital. Protests are good, but voting is a significant part of it.
I think
It seems like
lobbying. I think lobbying is the most important. Getting a law passed.
tell me what you mean.
Understanding what's needed, going and talking to the right people, bringing attention to it, and having a senator or a congressman pass a law that helps your people.
Mm-hmm.
They don't teach us. Why they don't teach us how to lobby in school?
That's a good question. People don't even know what a lobbyist is.
Exactly, and that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because all that matters is these laws, right? And these laws were made by people that had slaves 100 years ago. Laws must change. So if you don't know how to pass a law, then you just complaining. If you don't like the way something is, then get it legally passed. And I've done that with Senator Eddie Milton. We've had conversations about how expensive medicine is for insulin, for diabetes, and he went and got a law passed to regulate the price of the insurance.
Wow. And he got a law passed in Indiana, right?
Yeah, he gets shit done in Indiana.
Yeah. Has your journey with diabetes definitely kind of put things into perspective about why that's important, or you've just generally understood the power of lobbying?
I just learned the power of lobbying from Congressman Andre Carson when I went and visited him at the Black Caucus when I met him. And he taught me the game, you know, and I listened to the game. And then I understood the game. And that's why I know how important the Black Caucus is. That's how I know how important is our congressmen, our senators are. And yeah, we got to vote, but that's not all we could do. Like there's certain states like California, I'm a vote. But whether I vote or not, we're going to win that state. But in Pennsylvania, in those states that we need, those swing states, that's what we need white women to do the vote, because white women ain't voting like they should. And that's where we got to get the black people to stand up if there's any out there. We got to get Florida. You know, I think we got to focus on the places where we might lose, because the places we might win, we all going to vote. But the places we might lose, that's the places where we might not vote. So you got to pay attention to those swing states.
Yeah.
But
you feel like
other than that, you got to get a law passed.
A law passed for all of the things that we're passionate about, right?
Education, prison reform, mental health, economical empowerment, all of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious what you think about movements of the past that tried to embrace or intersect culture and politics, like Rock the Vote or Your Voter Dies. And I'm wondering if you thought they were effective and if we should even bring something back like that.
Yeah, all that shit is cool. It's all cool. I ain't mad at it.
Yeah.
It's all fun.
Well,
it's a different day. You know, it's like you can't have these events anymore.
Mm-hmm.
People can't come. You know, right now it's about you better teach motherfuckers how to mail in. That's what you better teach them.
Yeah.
And get prepared for homie to cheat. So that's what you better go. You know we're going to try to discredit it. And I feel like the army going to have to take him off the seat because he ain't going to go down because he's going to go to jail if he gets off that chair.
Right.
He's lined up to go to jail.
Right. Then what role do you feel like people like you play into really getting the messaging out around that?
The role I'm playing. Exactly what I'm doing. I'm making the congressman famous. I'm going to make the senator famous because he's a real superhero. Both of them are. They fighting for us and nobody speaks about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make sure we have all the things that I'm speaking about. I'm not expecting them to give it to me. I'll do it myself. I don't expect them to take care of my culture. I expect my culture to take care of my culture.
Mm-hmm. You know, I think you are absolutely right. Both Andre Carson and Senator Melton, like I said, they're personal mentors of mine and examples of just folks and guys, really Black men who are taking autonomy over their careers and standing up for their communities. Are there any other elected?
They're keeping their mustache.
Yeah.
You know, Andre Carson is Muslim.
Yeah.
You know, the senator keeps his goatee, raps. He's one of us.
Yeah. You know, are there any other people that you're impressed with in terms of how they operate in the same way? Any other electeds in particular?
I got to get to know him. I can't stand up for somebody unless I know him. But I think that, especially the one, John Clark, that's the one that just passed. What was his name? I don't want to say his name wrong.
John Lewis.
John Lewis.
Hmm.
When I observed him, I knew he was really for us, you know. And again, I don't want to get their names wrong. The one from L.A., the senator, what's her name? I follow her on Instagram.
Kamala.
I love her. I love them all.
Yeah.
You know, I just think we got to bring some swag into the Black Caucus. We too nice.
What do you mean by that? Oh, you said they too nice.
It's too nice. We too nice. It's time to get a little bit of young energy in there. You feel me?
Yeah.
We too nice. It's too much. You know, no disrespect to Baptists, but it's like going to church. So I just feel like it has to be a little more energy when you go there. You know, when I went there, Al Sharpton, you know, he's great or whatever, but he's the one that had the most powerful speech. And I was like, damn, he's not even a congressman. And the only person that got claps was the people that Trump yelled at. That's not why we should get claps. I want to get claps for swinging on people. You know what I'm saying? For being a warrior like Mark Anthony and all of them, a Roman. Not to say a Roman in that way, but like back in the day, in the Roman days, unless you won a war, it didn't matter how much money you got. You wasn't famous. You had to go be a general. You know?
So then what would you say to young people who think they have good ideas but who are afraid that
make them into realities. What's stopping them?
well, I mean, some people might feel like the old school might not embrace them. You feel like they don't even
Who
need them?
cares? The old school's dying. It's all about the
Straight
new
up.
school. Who cares? I see when I do something, I'm not thinking about who likes it, who don't like it. If I like it, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not worried about nobody old, white, black, young. I'm do what I do. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do what makes my heart happy, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody.
Yeah. And then you talked about the CBC needing more swag. What do you think about a lot of people trying to put pressure on Joe Biden to get a black female vice president?
They want to win. The word on the street is it sounds like it might be Michelle Obama.
You think so? Would that get your vote even more?
Fuck yeah. Get everybody's vote. That's a
But
guarantee.
you like Kamala too. You just mentioned her.
Yeah, I want to see a debate. I want to see her getting somebody's ass. I like the way she gets down.
Yeah.
Like, they all slick with the tongue. So I like to see, because Trump, what's his name, Pence, he'll get lunch meat, any debate. I'll watch that debate.
You know, he's from Indiana too. I'm curious, what is Dame? I thought that projects that you've had like Paid in Full are so culture focused. Like I said, even if they're not meant to be, they almost have a little bit of a political message, right? About what's happening in the streets. What other projects are you creating that just capture what's happening locally, what's happening in the inner city? Like what kind of content are you coming out with that speaks to the culture and also that might even get some electeds' eyes?
You realize I have a television network, right?
Right. So I'm saying
So all my
anything that's on the
programming,
network.
from OG stories to we went to China, we went to Dash Diabetes. My whole network has a point of view of deprogramming, of giving us things, entertaining you with things that are going to evolve you, not distract you, showing you who you are and what's important. Your health is number one. And then love. Love and health mean everything first. That's what people don't get. Everyone's only worried about what other people, other slaves are only worried about what other slaves think for some reason. And I don't know why.
Right.
Soldiers are only worried about what other soldiers think. And I don't know why. Because I'm not a soldier. I'm not a slave. I'm a king. And we all have the ability to be kings. I'm a general. We all have the ability to be general. I'm a master. We all have the ability to be masters. But for some reason, we don't think we have it, so we have to subserve one. That's just not my thought.
You know, when you see certain people kind of bringing up stats about how we're impacted negatively and things like that, do you feel like we should just kind of take a more aggressive attitude towards what we want?
You see, when you say this we thing, I'm not feeling any of that shit. I feel sorry for everyone that does. It's not a we thing. I ain't feeling that shit. Whoever has oppressed me, I punched in the mouth. I don't have any internalizing. I don't feel like anyone has stopped me. I'm living the best life and punishing those who are hurting others besides me effortlessly. So, it's for everybody else to pull their skirt up. Because look at me. I'm first generation, not giving nothing and fought for everything. And I'm unscathed as of now and happy. Like, it's ecstatic. I love my life. I do what I want when I want in luxury. And I fight for the people I believe in, and I've never had to compromise. And I got more than everyone that hasn't. Independently, like a real man. I ain't spend nobody else's money. I spend mine.
Mm-hmm. So you already said, and this is really what I want from you. You already said, stop saying that we need to look for money. Stop saying that money's not there. It's all around. Capitalize on the internet and the
Opportunity.
short
If you're sitting still
opportunity.
thinking, then you're not moving. If you're worrying, it's like saying, oh, I feel fat, and you're thinking about it. If you're working out, you don't feel fat. You're not worried about it. You know you're working on it. So if you broke, if you outside or you doing someplace safely and you trying to get money, you ain't going to worry. But if you sitting around doing nothing, all you're going to do is complain and wait for somebody to give you something and worry. And that's not no man shit. Rock stars don't worry. I don't worry. I architect my future. I don't wait for a wave to hit me. I make the script for my life movie. No one makes the script for me. And then I shoot the movie I want about my life. And I'm the director and the producer. I wrote the script. And that's what everybody else needs to do.
Yeah, yeah. You mentioned Dame Dash Studios. Where can we continue to stay in touch with a lot of your work going on? You mentioned the TV network.
It's an app that everyone can download right now. I'm right here right now at Dame Dash Studios.
Wow.
You feel me? Chilling. We editing. Look, you don't even want to see what I did in Wyoming.
I do want to see it.
I can't show you. You know, Kanye be acting funny.
What?
We could call it, you know, pack, you know, shipping shit out. We editing movies.
Yeah.
Over here. Oh, you doing the behind the scenes?
Who's that beautiful woman?
She's doing some politics stuff.
Thank you.
Nice.
Not alive, but yeah. Over here, this computer beams out my 24-hour network. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know, see, I get to make my office look like a club. I ain't got a traditional office.
Yeah, that looks like the most fun office I've ever seen, actually.
It's always, all my offices have been like that since I left the music. Since I've been paying for shit, I make my office the way I want.
Yeah.
And I should be comfortable. And I shouldn't have to come in while it's, you know, sunny outside. I go in when I feel like it. But I'm still getting shit done.
Absolutely. You know, I really would be curious. So we, of course, would love to continue talking with you. I know you're working with Eddie. I know you're working with Congressman Carson, like you said, to get lobbying done. I'm Boston-based, and we're DC and Boston-based.
Well, come on out here.
I'm from Indiana. I'm from Gary.
Why don't you come out here? We could do it. We could do it live. You really want to stay in touch?
We would love to. I mean, because we're all about getting Black people informed. Black, brown, young, disconnected.
Well, I already said it's all good, so now it's on you.
All right, we'll do that. We'll absolutely do that. But we appreciate your conversation, honestly. You know, we want to bring politicking to your network. I feel empowered by everything that you've said, but, you know, I definitely would like you to give some parting words to everyone in terms of looking forward, not feeling so hopeless about the election, and just kind of keeping things going.
Yo, no matter who's the president, I've always had the same quality of living. The president doesn't dictate how I live. You know, the government dictates how I live if I depend on the government. Stop depending on government. Stop making that be your go-to as to why your life is fucked up. If you depend on people from another culture to make your life good, it's never going to be good. You know, we're here to pass tests. We're not here to have things given to us. We're here to take things. And that's our test. If you fail that test, you'll be miserable. At least try. And that's a W. Give 100, and that's a W. But you sitting around complaining, no bueno. I ain't got no rap for you. I don't want to hear you. I want to see you fight the right one. Don't break shit unless it's a check or unless it's some money. Unless you breaking bread, stop breaking shit.
I hear you. Why people keep saying you're a Republican? I feel like you don't identify with a political party.
People keep saying, I don't give a fuck what people say. People are stupid that talk about me instead of talking about themselves.
Yeah.
You know, men, especially if it's a dude. Whoever told you I was a Republican, he probably likes you, and he doesn't want you to like me. So usually when dudes do that to girls, That's just because they feel insecure because I'm more of a man than them. That's all.
It's not gonna work. I done already told you I admired you and everything that you're doing. I mean, I really do take a lot of heat actually to the stuff you're saying, just in terms of not waiting for others to do for us. My co-founder and I started this platform because we didn't have any political information source to go to that wasn't a CNN or MSNBC or just somebody with an agenda. So that's why we definitely want to stay connected with you.
I definitely would like to stay connected, and I'm definitely not a Republican.
I know you're not. I know you're not. Well, thank you, Damon. We really appreciate you spending time with us, telling us about where your mind is on a lot of issues going on today. And I mean, I just appreciate you for the inspiration. Seriously.
Well, I appreciate you for caring. So
All
my
right.
platform is your platform. Just come through.
We'll stay in touch for sure.
Hope so.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Later.